Swivl Sessions, interviews with field service entrepreneurs. Get insights and strategies from those who took the leap and risked it all to start their own home service companies. There are so many people out there that have a great idea for a business or for a company. And for some reason or another, they create these just scary obstacles that they can't get past to jump off the cliff. And this next guest just was fearless in how he was not afraid to let anything keep him from starting his business. Lucas Lorenzo, affordable junk removal experts. Rob, what do you got?
Yeah, so my takeaway, I guess if I had one word to describe Lucas, I wouldn't be able to. I mean, the words are, there's a lot of them, right? So hustle, community, charity, intelligence. I mean, so not only is he doing the junk removal, he's like building like Zapier connections to his CRM and connections to his lead gen. It's incredible. So, you know, my favorite was, he said, I had $20 in a U-Haul. That's how he got started. Another entrepreneur with nothing but gusto, and he goes for it.
Whenever you have someone that puts the community above just about everything, I mean, it even influences who he decides to do business with, you're going to have a recipe for just an amazing business. He's always dealing with needy families. I think that's just impressive. But what's most impressive is at the end when we were asking for some advice, and he just said, get started. That's the easiest thing to say, but it carries so much weight. So
business, and a great guy.
Yeah, Lucas Lorenzo with affordable junk removal experts. Enjoy the show.
Enjoy. Welcome to Swivl Sessions, where we dive into the world of field service entrepreneurship. Now, before we get into today's interview, let's introduce the host you'll be hearing from. So first we have Tyson, who retired from the golf business like Tom Brady. It's his second season, came in yesterday, helping fit some friends with golf clubs. I guess you can never really, they suck you back in, right, Tyson?
It's like the mafia. You leave the golf industry and you get sucked in a little, but it's okay. I'm definitely gonna keep my day job. Lucas, like you to meet Rob, and he is the brains behind Swivl. About 5 minutes before you came on, he was eating a banana, and I was worried he was gonna lose He was going to lose a finger.
I also ate a carrot, so it's a bit weird, I know. So let's get to the good stuff. Today, we're excited to introduce Lucas Lorenzo, owner of Affordable Junk and Removal Experts. It's a waste management company that focuses on delivering trustworthy and cost-effective solutions, including home cleanouts, business clearance, electronics recycling, and more. They prioritize professionalism and efficiency to ensure customer satisfaction. So, Lucas, welcome to Swivl Sessions. It's great to have you here. How are things up there in Milwaukee?
Well, thank you for having me. It's definitely an honor to be here. Things up here with this weekend was pretty crazy and a lot of flooding going on. So we are very busy helping out the community. It's just been crazy. Honestly, this week is completely booked for every junk removal business specifically, and of course your restoration companies. So a lot of work, a lot of good to do for the community, and we're doing everything we can to help people out, understanding this is an emergency situation and not something that people were planning, especially with these basement floodings, tons and tons and tons.
I didn't know it hit Milwaukee. I thought it was outside. Is Milwaukee kind of the epicenter of the floods?
Well, I couldn't tell you there. All I know is that Milwaukee was very submerged all over the place. Yeah, we've had full basements kind of completely flooded all the way up to the stairs, where you look down and all you see is just a massive hole of water, just water and a hole that you can dive in there. That bad it was in some areas. The whole basement completely flooded all the way up to the top, to the main floor. And there is a lot of cleaning that is being done by everyone. I want to definitely thank the city of Milwaukee for helping us out, helping everyone out, doing free pickups. And also the local dumps are offering free dumping this week to help everyone. So yeah, definitely very thankful for that.
Milwaukee seems like one of those towns, and from what I know of it, I know my sister went to college up there. One of those towns where everyone helps each other out.
Yeah.
That's what
Community.
it seems like to me. Yeah, like a community. So,
Yeah.
Lucas, tell me, let's go back in time before you started Affordable Junk Removal Experts. What were you doing?
So I worked in around sales and management. The last thing that I was doing, I was managing automotive repair facilities for about 11 years or so. And then on the side, I would do sales, different companies as just a way of extra income. So I did that for a long time. And how I got into junk removal was through just, I needed to find something that was going to be more physical for me because I used to weigh almost 300 pounds and I got bariatric surgery at the sleeve. They removed 80% of my stomach or something like that. And well, I got the green light to get back to work and I was looking for something physical because I know that I can work all day, but I can never get to the gym. So I figured why not, work and gym at the same time, right?
Genius.
So yeah, I ran into the junk removal space and I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't have a truck, so I didn't think I could do it. But, I did see a video on YouTube of somebody that had a junk removal business and they ended up renting a U-Haul to do a big job. And that's actually what kind of gave me the idea. I'm like, wait, I don't really need a truck to do this. I can just start off by renting, right? And that's how it all started with $20 in my account and a U-Haul truck. I'd go and this is why it's so important to have a good CRM. And I was going through your guys' system, and I love the fact that you have automation that can be set up because that has actually been a game changer for me is having automation. So I'm definitely looking forward to diving in deeper with your software because it looks like
Nice.
it's definitely something very well worth it. But yeah, I started off, what I would do is I would go do estimates and then I'd let them know, hey, well, we have availability today, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. arrival time, something along those lines. And then I'd take a small deposit just so I can go pay for the truck, rent it, come back and get the job done. And from there, yeah, it's, I just went that for a while and that turned into a commercial contract with Penske for like a year almost. And now we're running our own trailer. And then we also have commercial contracts with other of the moving company, like not U-Haul, but Penske, Budget, and then those other guys. So whenever we need extra trucks, we just go and we get extra trucks and we keep going, especially in times of emergency like now.
Yeah, right.
I love how you got over the barrier too. So many people they create these imaginary hurdles that they have to get over. Like we don't own a truck. We can't do this if we don't have a truck. And being able to see past that and realizing I can just go rent one and there's the problem is solved. But how did you come up with the name Affordable Junk Removal Experts? It's just something that came to you, or
I was looking for a name that was SEO friendly.
there we
Right, very important. Having your search engine optimization on your website as best as possible. So I was thinking of ways. Well, people might be searching for this, and there was a lot of ways we could have went about the name. Some different options that I had, but just because. So nowadays, we have something that is very, very crucial and very important that anybody can use, and it's free. That maybe 10 years ago, well, definitely 10 years ago was not available, which is AI. So what did I do? I went to buy a domain name. I used AI to give me some, I fed it, okay, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I want to go with. And then I started out of those ideas, I started looking at the available domain names. And that's where Affordable Junk Removal Experts came to life.
It's great.
like
It makes
that.
sense. It's catchy, and it's fairly unique. I mean, that's a good name.
Thank you.
So tell me this. All right. So you were in sales. You went and started your business on a shoestring. I love it. This is my favorite question to ask any entrepreneur is you had expectations before you went in, right? Maybe your expectations that you'd be fishing every Friday, and maybe your expectations you'd be rolling in lots of cash. How were your expectations met after you launched Affordable Junk Removal Experts, and what expectations were not met?
Look, you just reminded me. I actually had landed a job in sales because I was without work from the surgery, so I wasn't working. Now, what I was doing was I was doing a lot of like delivery, so you DoorDash, Uber Eats mostly. So fast forward, right? I decided to start the business. I talked to a few people that I know. I say, hey, I'm thinking about starting a business. What are your thoughts? And I had people say, yeah, no, we got your back, whatever you need. That's why it's very important that, that you're a good person, right? And you treat people good, because whenever you need help, it's a lot easier for people to say yes, right? So I'm just, geez, I completely blanked out.
Expectations.
Thank you.
Well,
Expectations.
you said you had a job lined up,
Yeah, I
and
did. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I landed a job. I had this idea where I was going to start the business, and I would hire somebody because I can land a 6-figure job because of my experience in sales and management. So I said I'll have somebody run the business little by little. I'll work my way into the business. Well, fast forward, that did not happen. I ended up having to quit my job after a week because we got a ton of work, literally right
That's
the
great.
first week. So I had
Wow.
all this work lined up. So I utilized Thumbtack for leads at first because it was the only thing that I could afford, since they would charge me after they gave me the lead. So what happened was it worked out very well because I was getting really low price leads, which allowed me to utilize those $20 to get the lead, go in and do the estimate, close it, get the deposit, go do and grab the truck. So yeah, I ended up having to quit my job because I just had too much work. I had too much work lined up, and I said, well, either I'm going to stay at this job or I take advantage of this momentum that all of a sudden I built, and thank God for that. And I just run with it. And that's what I did. And it's been definitely a great experience. It's been a great learning experience for sure. I mean, we have made our mistakes. And like I tell people when I train them is, it's okay to make mistakes. Make as many as you can right now so you can learn faster, right? And we did. We've learned a lot. We've made mistakes, and we've been able to help a ton of people as well. Just last year alone, we were able to help over 50 families in need with donating items to them. We try to focus on donating to families in need versus going to like your Goodwills and your Salvation Armies. So that's our main focus. But sometimes reality is reality. Sometimes you just don't have time to go and do anything, and you just got to take stuff and make space, especially a small business. I don't have a big warehouse where I can store things. So I have to make decisions on the fly. If I can't find nobody, we'll make phone calls. If we can't find anyone from the people that we know need things, we'll tap into the workers, the people that are helping me. Do you know anybody in your family, anybody that we can help? If we have nobody, then we'll try to go and make time to go donate. But yes, there has been times where we've had to throw things out that we didn't want to, just because of the fact that we would go to the donation center, but there's a big line and we got to get to the next job. And so things like that. But we still were able to help over 50 families in need. That was our first year, by the way.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And generated 100 5-star reviews, and we are well over that now. And I'm just very happy with everything. And it's a business that takes a lot of money to run, especially now that we're definitely in a better spot. But with that comes the rocky times, the slow times, and then of course the crazy busy times. And we just got to take advantage of every opportunity we get, be involved. I do a lot of networking. So for all the people that are looking to become business owners or just starting off, maybe have a side gig, networking is very crucial. I've been able to grow my professional network tremendously, and I've been able to make a ton of money for my business that has helped us keep the lights on because of that. So, the leads and paying for leads and all that, customer acquisition costs, that's great. But when you're able to make connections and you're getting people referring other people to you because they like you and they know that you're going to do a good job, that is what I believe takes somebody from good to great, right? You can't solely rely on advertisement. Unfortunately, that's the biggest mistake a lot of people make, and their business goes out within the first year.
Organic growth, having that organic advertising of word of mouth, which is the best, I think.
Explain to me how you do your networking, though. I mean, it's not like it's a niche business market. I mean, we'll get into like your customer base. I mean, who are your customers? How are you networking with your customers who are homeowners, right? Or is it commercial? Is it?
Most of our business is residential, and the type of networking that I do is with other business owners. So I'm actually a part of the Milwaukee Real Estate Investor Association as a vendor, and I'm always looking at different networking events. I'm also a part of a BNI, networking group as well, where we meet every week, and we've built a great relationship because we're meeting every week. We're getting to know each other. It just takes that you're meeting with business owners, right? So they're meeting with people too. And that's the whole thing right there is they're going to feel comfortable referring their customers or clients to you, and their customers or clients are going to feel great that they don't have to go and do all this research to find someone to help them, since they'll have somebody that comes highly recommended. And that has been very, very crucial for us, something extremely important. So good ways to find events, networking events. Facebook has an events tab that you can click on, and you can find all sorts of networking events, and you can decide to, you can click that you're interested, or you can go put it on your calendar. Chamber of Commerce's in the area, looking up Chamber of Commerce's whenever they're having events, and going and visiting, and if you like it and you're able to join, then join. But that's how I do it. If there's any like big groups that I want to join, I always go and try to visit them first and see if it's a group that I align with, that people there are nice and looking to actually build relationships, then I'll definitely join as quickly as I possibly can. But that's how I do my networking. A lot of it is just meeting. But
you look for quality. Owners. You look for quality instead of just trying to get the numbers of different people.
Correct.
You want to actually, nice.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me like the focus is building your reputation. So I heard you, talk about your Google reviews. That's important too. Your network is important. And, that is like the old fashioned way of getting business. And that's like tried and true. It's people are buying your services because of you and your reputation. Yep. And that's a great way to do it. Too often we see people who, they come in and they burn a customer, rip their face off on the first job, and then they never get a call back. They never get referrals, and they wonder why their phone isn't ringing, right? I mean, that's like one of the quickest ways to kill your business is to not protect and build your reputation. I like it. I like it a lot. Can we go on to kind of like the business side of things, growth and revenue? Can I ask, what was your revenue, say, in the trailing 12 months? So, say June to June.
So the trailing 12 months, me working mostly all the jobs. I do get help here and there. We've been at, I'm trying to remember the exact number, but we did about 150,000.
Nice.
And then where do you see yourself a year from now?
A year from now, I would say we should be at over 300,000. And about 3 or 4 trucks.
That's great.
That's awesome.
3 or 4 trucks owned? Yep.
I wouldn't say owned, no. More like finance.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what I meant. So, and I meant to ask you that too. So you're still renting some trucks, but you're financing some others. And that kind of probably, I would assume, you're doing the math on that, right? So maybe when you get to the point where your renting costs become more than a finance monthly cost would be, then you pull the trigger on it. Is that how it works for you?
So that's a really good question. Actually, the way I do it is because I wasn't working for about a year, aside from just doing like Uber Eats and DoorDash, which really doesn't make much money. I had a lot of backed up stuff that I had to catch up with. So a lot of it was catching up with things that I needed to. And the best way for me, because of that, is renting. So I bought a trailer, and I was able to take I used to just rent weekly. I was anywhere between 700 to 900 a week, depending on how much driving we did. Yeah. So in order to eliminate that cost, I found a trailer. My lease was up on my vehicle, so I went ahead and got a pickup truck, and I found a trailer as well, and I was able to pick that up as well. So we've been running with the trailer and truck, and whenever we need we have big business to do, I never say no. My thing is, if we have a job, let's get it done as quickly as possible. So if I got to bring more people in, if we need to rent another truck, whatever it takes, we'll do. And as we're growing, we'll be getting into purchasing our own dump trucks and stuff like that. And of course, branding is very important. Just because we weren't really able to brand the Penske trucks that we were renting, which is who we rented mainly from.
Yeah, right.
Being able to brand the actual trailer has helped a lot, especially nowadays with the whole emergency. I've literally had people yell at me, "Hey, I'm going to need your service next week."
That's
As
great.
they're driving by. So I'm like, yeah, okay.
Don't wreck.
Yeah. I know that I've almost wrecked, pulling up next to a car, grabbing a pen and trying to write down, or just taking a
Or
picture
try to take
of
a
it,
picture.
knowing,
Yeah.
yeah, the smarter way to do it.
So yeah, that's how we're doing it. That's what makes sense right now. But the plan is my goal, because of the way that I have my business structured, where we're trying to donate things to families in need. It makes more sense to start off with a box truck when I purchase one, just because we can keep things in the box truck and they won't get ruined or damaged, versus having it in a dump truck or just another trailer. So that's kind of where we're going. Of course, things can change. We might, make a decision, change things up, but that's where we're going with that.
Lucas, you mentioned earlier about the importance of a CRM, and we deal a lot with small business owners, and I would love for you to just talk a little bit about why you think that's important, and how that is helping you out as far as technology with your business.
And also automation. You were talking about automation.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear more about that too.
Yep. So this is how we have things set up. Now, of course, we're a small company, but we portray ourselves like a big company, right?
Who doesn't?
Consider nobody, right? I don't consider anybody a competition. I look at the big guys and I say, they're my competition. I'm going to worry about what they do. So in order for me to look like them, I have to have systems similar to what they have, right? So automation is very important. Being able to send a text message to the customer when you're on your way. Being able to text the customer as you're getting closer. Hey, I'm 10 minutes away, 5 minutes, right? Being able to, whenever you have a lead, I've literally set up automation for my whole business. We have everything run through Slack, and I have automation set up through a Slack channel where whenever we get leads, we get the alert through Slack. Every lead gets an immediate text message and email right out the gate. So I've set up, just on the auto text message that goes out, I've been able to set up about 5 appointments between, I would say, Sunday and yesterday. I want to say Sunday I did about 3. Yesterday I did about another 3. So 6 appointments total of just them responding back to the automated text.
It's great.
Yeah.
But the Slack is for your outbound that comes to you. So the text messaging automation that comes from the CRM that you're working with now, correct?
So some of it does, and some of it comes from integrations that we've done, or that I've done.
Okay.
Through our CRM and also through the different platforms that we utilize for leads. So I have it all set up where my automation also takes all their information and puts it into my CRM as well. So extremely, extremely, extremely important is being able for people to see, they can go in, we can send them an estimate, let them know, hey, this is going to cost this much, as long as we're 100% certain, right? We send them an estimate. They go in, they hit a button, they approve the estimate. We turn it into a job, we schedule it, right? Very easy. Everybody's ready to roll. Once we get there, once the crew gets there, if we have another crew out, all they got to do is take care of the job, collect the payment. We can send them a link to collect the payment if they're not able to do it while they're there, or maybe they won't be there. We're able to utilize a link. They can go in and make the payment as well. And that's through the CRM too. So it's extremely important as a business owner, and whether it's a small business or bigger, have a CRM in place.
Yeah.
And start off small, but work your way into getting more automations and fully utilizing your CRM to its full potential. And that's what you do. Yeah.
That's exactly right. Let me ask you about your goals. Lucas, where do you see yourself and affordable junk removal experts in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years?
So in 1 year, we discussed about 3 3 to 4 trucks running.
That's right.
And then in 5 years, we're looking at, I want to have, I would say, about 10 trucks. But my main thing, because I don't want to change the way that we do business, where we focus on trying to find families in need to give stuff to, is I would like to have a warehouse where we can store things, and even maybe have an area where we can put things for free for people to come and pick them up if they want to. We'll take stuff to people's homes as well. But I really want to try to stay in that helping out the community.
Yeah.
Not sure business model. Now,
It's a
I do
great
understand.
business model.
Yeah.
And I think if you communicate that to your prospective customers, it's a phenomenal business model. I know if I given a choice, without a doubt, I would choose you over someone else just because you are doing that.
It's going to help somebody.
Yeah. And that makes you stand out from everyone else who's just there to make a buck. So I hope you make it well known, even like when you get your branding on your trucks and everything. But that should be a core basis of your
because
your
they're helping
reputation
the community just
protect.
as much as you are, by you taking it. So a win-win.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
What about down the road? Where does Lucas end up? Do you sell it? Give it to your employees?
It's hard to say. Of course, I would be open to selling, but at the same time, I couldn't tell you. Now, part of my success has also been being able to utilize virtual assistants. So I was able to implement virtual assistants from the Philippines to my business, and they've actually been able to help me grow it to where it's at today, because they actually run the whole back end. Right now, they're answering the phones, they're doing estimates, they're booking appointments, and I'm here doing this interview with you guys, right? So
technology
as a way, really. And as a way to give back to them, I actually started also a second business, which is a virtual assistance agency. So I help the Filipino people land virtual assistant jobs with small business owners, starting at $6 an hour, depending on tasks that they need. So it's very affordable for small business owners. And I want to help people succeed in business, because I too was at a point where I couldn't grow and I couldn't answer phone calls because I have too many calls. I had too much work. My hands were full. Maybe it was really noisy. So I'm sure there's other people that are going through the same thing. And we're helping out a ton of people there. So I also have the agency as well in my future. I want to grow that as much as possible and just help a ton of business owners and also help people in need through that as well.
That's a great goal and
you're going straight to heaven for it too. So nice work, Lucas.
Yeah.
We share similar goals. We too like to help small businesses grow. It's I think our big noble adventure. Well, we're kind of running out of time, and we've covered a lot of ground. So first of all, I just want to just say that your journey building your business, Affordable Junk Removal Experts, has been awesome to hear. And really inspiring, especially that connection to the community that you have. That really is inspiring. So those insights that you've shared and ways to navigate the challenges of your niche business is really has a lot of value. So, but before we wrap it up, is there anything else that you would like to share with our listeners or viewers? Anything else that you like this audience you'd want them to take away? So perhaps some final advice for some people looking to follow in your footsteps
Future
of entrepreneurship and start their own business. Yeah,
get started. Stop thinking about it.
That's great.
That's all it takes.
Great advice.
You're thinking about it too long. Just hurry up and start. Then make your mistakes and learn from it and grow.
Fantastic. That's actually perfect advice, and it always astounds me. It astounds me how there's a common thread between a lot of entrepreneurs like yourself, and that's this confidence that you can have $20 in your bank account and you'll get it done. Just do it. Nike nailed it with that ad, but it is so true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. It was great speaking with you. Your story is really going to resonate with a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs and business owners, and inspiring them to pursue their own paths. So a huge thank you to Lucas Lorenzo for sharing those valuable insights and stories. It's great to see how much hard work, passion, and dedication you put into building Affordable Junk Removal Experts. You definitely have a true entrepreneurial spirit. And for all of you who are listening or watching, if you're in the greater Milwaukee area and you're in need of some junk removal services, including cleanouts, business clearance, electronics, recycling, the whole shebang, be sure to reach out to affordable junk removal experts. You can find their contact information right here on the screen.
Put your finger up, Lucas, right there. There you go.
And you can be sure you're dealing with a true expert in the field. So once again, Lucas, thank you for being with us here on Swivl Sessions.
Awesome.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for listening or watching. Swivl's field service software is everything you need to run your field service business for free. Till next time, check us out at swivl.tech. That's SWIVL.tech.